A common question that I get as a therapist is, how do you find an appropriate therapist to work with? So at Water's Edge Counseling, we do have a variety of different therapists to work with, but I wanted to talk a little bit today about looking for a therapist and how do you find the right fit therapist for your situation. Most often people go to Google, right? And they type in therapist near me, and a lot of different options pop up. That is a great thing. It's such a good resource, but there's more than that you need to consider when you're looking for a therapist. First of all, I encourage you to read reviews or ask people for a review. If you know someone that's been to therapy, maybe a friend or a loved one, ask them about their experience. Where did they go? How did they build rapport with the therapist? Did they find it helpful? Not all therapists are great fits for every client, so it's good to kind of hear from other people and get their take on it and their experience. Also, if you don't have anyone you can ask, you can read reviews online. Google Business has reviews, Yelp, Facebook. There's lots of different ways to read reviews about therapists in your area. Second, I want you to consider a therapist specialty. Depending on what it is that you're looking for, you'll want to find a therapist that works with that specific need. There are some therapists that kind of work with a lot of different types of things. They do anxiety, depression, mood swings, family issues. But then there are other therapists that have a real specialty. So, for example, they might see eating disorders, or they might do substance abuse. Or if you're having a marital problem, you may want to go to a couples counselor specifically. And then for children, you definitely want to seek out a children's specialist, maybe someone that can do some play therapy to work with your child. You want to make sure that you find somebody that understands the exact issue that you're bringing in so that they can provide you the skills that you need for success. The next thing I want you to think about is location. When you're going to therapy, most people go weekly. And then as time passes, they might step down to every other week or once a month. If you're wanting to see someone in person, you want it to be a location that's easily accessible. You don't want the long drive to make it difficult for you to get to where you need to be, or maybe too much traffic, or maybe it's the timing of the appointments that make it difficult. So you want to think about location, getting there, and that it's as easily accessible as possible, because going to therapy is not the easiest thing, especially when you get started. It's hard. So you want to make it as easy as possible. And then the other thing I want you to think about is rate. You want to make sure it's something that you can consistently pay for, that doesn't become a big stressor for you. If you're needing to use your insurance, you can check with your insurance providers for therapists in your area based on their specialties, or you can call the practice or go to their website and see what kind of insurances they are in network with. Now, some therapists choose not to be in network with specific insurance companies, and that's for a variety of reasons. But sometimes insurance can really dictate the type of place a client can go to, the type of treatment that they can get, how many sessions they can attend, and also that diagnosis that's given. So the diagnosis for you getting treatment is given to that insurance company on a regular basis if you choose to bill your insurance. So some clients would prefer not to have insurance dictate all these things, and that they find their own therapist that they enjoy working with. We hope that when you Google therapist near me, that Water's Edge Counseling pops up. We have a lot of different therapists that specialize in a lot of different things. We have a child therapist, a couples therapist, an eating disorder therapist, a substance abuse therapist, and all of us work with anxiety, depression, and the common issues that bring people into therapy. If you have questions, concerns, please give us a call. We're happy to talk to you about the options that we have, about the schedules that are available, or you can just schedule online, which makes it super easy. If you feel like it's late in the evening or maybe on the weekend when the office is closed, then you can just schedule online with one of our therapists. You can just read their bio, look at their specialty, and schedule online. Thanks for listening and taking the time to do this video. And next time you're looking for a therapist, we hope that you Google Water's Edge Counseling.